Florentino Perez has just dropped an insane press conference, beefing with journalists, calling journalists ugly, and saying that he will not step down as the president of Real Madrid. I mean, this is really a 50-50 press conference for me. On one hand, I'm like, yeah, I'm hyped. On the other hand, did you really address what you needed to address? So this will be my full reaction, and me and you will get our popcorn, get our drink. Well, you will do it, not me, but you can subscribe to me. Come on, man. I will do a full analysis and react to every single thing that this grandpa has dropped in this press conference. Florentino Perez is officially crazy, and this is how he started.
I'm not fucking leaving!
He's not leaving, guys. Was this expected? For sure. I never expected for him to go out and basically surrender to these journalists. Let's be honest, guys. This was a given for me, but he dropped, "I'm sorry to announce," and I'm like, wait. I'm not resigning. Cold start, and then he said, "I'm calling for new elections." Yo. Take a step back. Huh? What? He's calling for the new ones as well. If you don't know, calling in for new elections, that brother is calling in. The next elections, get ready, guys. He dropped some madness here. Honestly, I want to know your favorite and the most deluded, because there is some deluded shit. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he was deflecting a lot. He was deflecting Mourinho questions, you know, and the questions about the football especially, but that is expected. Yeah, he's still our president. He has to glaze. He has to glaze his own institution. Now, there are campaigns against me. Certainly people are taking advantage of the bad situation to attack me personally. Me! They are saying, "Where is Florentino? Where is he?" They are saying, "I have terminal cancer." Huh? Terminal? He's reading comments. I'm telling you guys, he is watching our content, my content. Florentino Perez, I have always been on your side. And these rumors are all false. Socios, of course, the ultras. Some of you are leaking shit, and some of you are disgusting rats. We're gonna get into that later, but hey, Perez has called new elections at Real Madrid 3 years early. His current mandate was supposed to end in 2029, but no. Buddy, I don't have no cancer. I'm here. I'm the leader of a major construction company, and I am the leader of Real Madrid. I am in perfect health. He doesn't care about age, bro. Age is just a number. And I'm not gonna lie, with Florentino Perez, it goes for him. But for the talented kids that he's buying, I'm not gonna lie, Florentino Perez, you should chill out a little bit with your age comments. Why are they saying I have cancer? Where does this rumor come from? Why are they saying I'm sick and weak and tired? This is all fake rumors. And is it being made up by media, or is it being made up by somebody from the club? I mean, we will have to wait and see. This is one of the craziest interviews I have ever seen. He said, "I worked night and day like an animal. With me as president, we won 76 titles. Maybe I have to remind you, yes, we won nothing this year, but don't forget." I didn't forget. Some of us definitely did. And I do blame you for, not being too, critical this season. But this interview, I'm not gonna lie, it did hype me up. But he's been a little bit shameless as well. Yes, I wouldn't mention the titles first. I would say, yes, we won nothing this year, but don't forget that I've won 76 titles. Some of your wording is a bit delusional. I'm not going to lie, Florentino. But I do support it. You are the president. I think this wasn't a bad press conference from him. It was just a bit crazy. It was just crazy. I'll show you now what they showed me a few minutes ago. ABC said, "I'm tired." He's calling out names. I don't know this journalist. He's a no-name. He's calling out everybody. And it's gonna get even more crazier. Stay until the end of the video. What he said about these journalists. I couldn't believe it. Who told you this? He's asking you personally. Who told you? I'm here. Tell me, guys. Tell me. I'm not sick. I'm not tired. I'm not resigning. Who told you? Some rat from the club, bro. I'm calling for new board elections, and this board with me, and it's a helm. will be running for these elections. Anyone who is criticizing us and spreading these rumors about me can run in these elections against me. Whoever wants to step up, step up! What? Yo! He ain't leaving!
I'm not fucking leaving!
He's not leaving! He might be deluded, he might be shameless, but I'm not gonna lie, this is cold. Yeah, I don't care about Twitter, you know, these journalists and these people from the club. Who is this? Who is advising Florentino Perez to say this? He has to stand on business. If you think this is deluded or he's being childish, what if he says all this, hires Mourinho, and we win the UCL next season? You're gonna call him cold. You're gonna call him a 100% the best president of all time. You're gonna call him the predictor of this. You're gonna call him strong. You're gonna call him that he had hope in this team. You're gonna reveal all of this. But until he wins, you're gonna be hating. So stay on that side. Stay on that side. Now, we will get into the more deluded stuff because they are saying Real Madrid is in shambles, that it's in chaos, that it's a disaster, it's all lies. It's not all lies. We are a disaster, tactically, yeah? I don't think finances, I don't think facilities and these, these things at the club are bad. We all know we are one of the richest clubs in the world. We have the best squad in the world. But the problems are inside, between the players and the people that run the club and the players, that are having beef. And tactically, we're just not there. It's all in the mind. So I would say we are shambles on that front. I think he's been a bit deluded here. And of course, he says this is the most prestigious club in the world. Yes, but you're now going into the territory where you are genuinely coping. You are coping with us having success, 2 years ago and 10 years ago, 5 years ago, three-peat in the Champions League, and you are now using it for this team. No, this team has to prove itself. I wanted him to mention more of that, but I get it. Once again, I get it, bro. And now this is... the Negreira case is the worst scandal in football history. This is where he fucked it up a little bit for me, because why are you even mentioning Negreira? Once again, he does have to mention it because, he is still running the gimmick that Barcelona might get punished. Even if I can think that Negreira is a scandal, and if it did happen, because it's all allegedly up until now, innocent until proven guilty, they will not get punished, bro. Perez, just let it go, bro. The same referees from the Negreira era are still active. They are still refereeing. This makes no sense. Barca paid for Negreira services for 2 decades, and those refs are still active in the 3rd decade. Fries, bro. Honestly, Florentino, this is fries. This is one of those takes that I just push it back, bro. Do the Isaac celebration. We do not care. We have the most valuable squad in the world according to Transfer Market. This is one of the worst ones. Like, bro, are we deadass mentioning that we have the most valuable squad? Guys, I know. We all know. Show it on the pitch then. Show it on the pitch. We're going back-to-back trophies. Florentino, this was an L. This is one of the biggest L's. I have 2 L's already, and we are basically at the start. This is such a long video. I'm telling you guys right now. Please watch up until the end of the video. It will do so much for the video, and please like the video as well. Thank you so much for watching, for even tuning into the channel. Now, this is an orchestrated campaign. It's a media campaign against Real Madrid. I do agree with this, because the leaking from the club, all of the news and fake news about this and that, how we don't want to sign players, the transfers, Mourinho, Klopp, and this and that. Most of these things are just fake, made up rumors. Like Enzo Fernandez, for example, we want to sign him and we are desperate to sign him. We came out a week later and completely brushed that under the table. That the fight, that it's a scandal that it happened. He will say it later, but it's an orchestrated campaign with somebody who is leaking. And we will find out who's the leaker. So, it will be found out soon, don't you worry. Relevo, the media outlet, was created along with La Liga and lost 25 million euros. This outlet was created to smear Real Madrid and Florentino Perez. He's dropping everybody, dropping names. He always goes around the bush, and yeah, he always talks about these journalists like badly, he insults them, but he's dropping names. He's giving you names, and these people are tagging them. These people are tagging them, bro. Genuinely. Journalists like Ruben Canizares, cooked! Yes, you create trouble for Real Madrid. Ruben Canizares answered, but it's inaudible. Brother couldn't even be heard in the room because Florentino Perez cooked him that much. He was going crazy. I was genuinely telling myself, nah, this guy has to be on something. He did, guys, he did something before this. He did the Diego Maradona special. I'm telling you right now. The whole world admires us, and I speak to people from FIFA and UEFA, and they don't understand why the Spanish media treats us this way. Because they are licking your ass, Florentino. Don't fall under this trap with FIFA and UEFA. They are licking our ass because they need us. They need clubs like us, PSG, City, who make these dramas exciting, who have these big game players. That's why they are licking our asses, because we bring in the most money. That's why, bro. They would do the same for us. Spanish media is only like this because they are Barcelona fans. 90% of these Spanish medias are Barcelona fans. Let's be honest, guys. They are. They like the underdog. They like the La Masia. They do. Let's be honest, guys. They don't like the money. They are poor. They're brokies. That's why they don't like us. Literally. I am not going anywhere. Anyone who wants to step up against me can step up. I have read that already. He's on smoke. He's on smoke. I am a bit concerned that he will have a, heart attack before he even gets into those called-in elections. But, yo, I'm going to cancel my subscription with you. You attack out. Yo, this bro. He's insane. Florentino Perez has gone insane, guys. Genuinely. Next up, I'm calling these elections to defend the interests of Real Madrid. Some people want to take over our club. When I came into this club for the first time, the club was in such a bad situation that they couldn't pay players and employees. Yes, he did turn it around, but a too much focus on the history, too less of a focus on now and players and what's happening. Tchouameni, Fede, talk about it. Mbappe, Vinny, what's going to happen to Mourinho? He's brushing it under the table, which I don't like. Now it's an incredible financial situation with recording record earnings and the most valuable squad. This is pissing me off, yeah? The most valuable squad in the world. Nobody cares if you don't win. Florentino Perez. This is a little bit... This is an L. I told you already, this is such an L. There are sectors that want to take over the club. First, the media sector saying we are club in chaos. Go say that to Europe and they'll think it's ridiculous after all the titles and success we have had. Yes, but it's now becoming so apparent that there is drama at the club. Even clubs outside and the people, Prem fans, Liga 1 fans, Bundesliga fans, are starting to notice there's seriously something wrong with Real Madrid, Florentino Perez. I'm not going to lie. It is the truth. Then the Ultras, who we will never allow back into the stadium. For me, that's a W. Ultras, genuinely, some of those people, I'm not saying all, of course, there is, I don't know if there is some differences in there, but they are genuine, disgusting people outside of football. And some of these players would genuinely, if they met them, outside, if they were meant to be friends or something, the Ultras are disgusting people. Florentino Perez did the right thing. There is no place for these Ultras in these stadiums, unfortunately. I'm not saying all of them, but the guys that Florentino Perez is talking about, there is just no place for you in this. It's not my decision, it's Florentino Perez's, so go take that up with him, I'm not gonna lie. La Liga is our enemy. I wouldn't say so, but yeah, La Liga, you know what I will just say about La Liga? La Liga is ass. Yeah, La Liga is ass. And people saying that Ultras will change our season and this and that are also just like, I don't know, man. Would they? They would give these players so much slander that they would maybe perform even worse. These players couldn't cope with Ultras. They couldn't cope with normal fans. Let's be honest, guys. Honestly, man. I fight everyone. I'm ready to fight everyone. Chill out, Grandpa. He's doing a madness right now as well. We won the Super League case. We won. That's how we were able to negotiate with UEFA. What we did is for the good of football so that children in Africa can watch football for free. I missed this because I was just going crazy because of the stuff before. But if that's true, fair enough. I don't know shit about the kids in Africa. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna comment on this, bro. Why is Madrid media against Real Madrid? Why? You know why. Numbers, social media clips, money, clicks, headlines, paper news. It's easy, bro. It's easy. Florentino Perez, you know that. You know that. I read rumors that I have terminal cancers. I was like, what? I have cancer and I didn't even know. Fair enough, bro. Bro said, I don't know. They said I have cancer, but I, myself, I don't know. What is the cancer? Where did it go? I guess it disappeared overnight because I don't have a cancer. He's going nuts. Yes, he's not addressing football, you know. I know, guys, don't flame me in the comments, but for what he is saying, I have to rate him. This brother is old as hell. He's old. And he's doing this in a room of journalists that all want to eat him up, bro. Genuinely. Friends call me to ask if I have cancer because of the articles. Do you think that's normal? Do I look tired? I'm here to defend this club. Nah, friends asked me to... Friends called me to ask if I have cancer. That's dangerous territory, man. This is disgusting, bro. Real Madrid belongs to the socios, not to a bunch of journalists who hate the club. Of course, I agree. New coach, I won't say anything about coaches or players. I'm here to say I'm returning Real Madrid to its rightful owners. The socios, not the journalists. They want me to leave, and I'm not leaving. Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't talk about Mourinho, bro. If you dropped something in here, like Mourinho, or not even a name, you know, if he's just said, there is a manager coming, or, you know, if Arbeloa will not continue, there is a manager in line, and we have everything ready and planned for the transfer window. We are already 10 steps ahead. I need that from you, because you have not been moving like that in the past transfer windows. Yeah, you are on smoke in these press conferences, but you were not on smoke when you were signing Franco, bro. Thiago Messi, or Alvaro Carreras, which is me playing left back. So, bring this energy into the transfer window. Talk about football? No, I won't talk about football. For this, he's a pussy. For this one, for 5 seconds, he was a pussy. And this is ass as well. I'm not gonna lie. Mourinho, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about keeping control of Real Madrid. Us, the socios, not journalists. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame he didn't mention anything, but what did we genuinely expect? He's never gonna talk about the players like this, you know, in the manner of Tchouaméni, Valverde, Mbappe. It's just not gonna happen, bro. I've been elected the president in football, the best president in football history. I am ashamed to say it. Ashamed. What went wrong with this season on the pitch? We will do an analysis. We have to fight against everyone. My brother, I can tell you what went wrong, bro. You know already. You just didn't tell them. This analysis talk is that you will sack Arbeloa, you will bring in Jose Mourinho, and you will rebuild the squad. You will rebuild. That's it, bro. That's it. We have to fight against everyone. Tell Juanma Castano from Cope, your co-worker, to care a bit more about Real Madrid, for example. Another stray. Another one, guys. He's going band for band with these journalists. Genuinely. Journalists, I'm from Onda Cero, and Onda Cero, the room breaks out in laughter. Go talk to Seguro at Onda Cero and tell him to care about Madrid a little more too. Bro! He's going nuts! The room breaks out in laughter. What? Yo, if I was in there, I would have been dying laughing. Genuinely dying laughing. The bad guys are the bosses at the big newspapers and the journalist Ruben Canizares. I'm unsubscribing from ABC in the morning. This bro is so shameless, bro. He's being so shameless, and he's literally avoiding these questions by insulting these journalists. Yeah, I know I bigged him up for this, and it's funny. Don't get me wrong, it is funny. He's going crazy, but we gotta look at it from the footballing point of view, and, you know, from the respect point of view. It's not looking good on you, Florentino Perez, if we continue to perform like this next season. If we continue to perform like this next season, Florentino Perez, I'm telling you right now, I am on your ass to be sacked from this shit, bro. Because 2 seasons, okay, 1 season, fair enough. 2 seasons is crazy. 3, done. 3 is not acceptable. 3, anywhere in the world, in any sport, you're done. You're done, bro. I want children around the world. Yeah, cheers, man. The fans are with me in my fight. You would be surprised how many people actually want you out of this club. Not me, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me, but against La Liga, against Barcelona, against Negreira, against everyone. He keeps mentioning Negreira, which I don't like at all. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I have gave my opinion on that already, but this is where he started to move into the, yeah, everybody loves me, Real Madrid loves me, and this and that. We have to skip a little bit further because this is it. This is it. The fight between players was bad, but it's even worse that it was leaked. We've had fights every year or even multiple, but it never leaks. So this was happening all season. This was happening last season and the seasons before. And that's expected, guys. If you have ever been in a dressing room, of course, you're going to have fights like this. It's honestly so important that when you're at this level, it doesn't get leaked. But it was leaked. By who? Perez, will you tell us? The leak was worse than the fight. Yes, players can make up after a fight, have a coffee, shake hands, but a leak like that is terrible. And I completely agree with him. If genuinely Tchouaméni rocked Fede Valverde, and Fede Valverde was completely fine to start on Sunday and nobody knew about it, fair enough. Have your fight. You are two men playing at the biggest club in the world. So what do we care if you beat yourself to bits? If you beat Barcelona on Sunday, which we of course didn't, we performed like such a underwhelming performance, which is honestly it was done by us. We were the ones doing this to us, but nobody should have even known. That's what Perez thinks, and I think the same. If honestly, the league is so crazy to me still. We will present a report to UEFA about the Negreira case. We do not care about this at all. From what? Okay, so we're good. I don't know you once again flaming him, but this is what we care about. We know who leaked the information about the fight to the media. No! I'm telling you right now, if it's Ceballos is doing this. He is getting bumped by Rudiger. He is getting the Rudiger treatment, guys. If the one who leaked is Ceballos, oh my goodness, and it fits. Why is he not getting any minutes? Why is he falling out with Arbeloa? Why is he suddenly out of everything? Why is there no news about Ceballos? Nothing. I mean, the press cannot be allowed to think they own Real Madrid. Yeah, we can skip this. Fede Valverde and Aurelian Tchouaméni are fantastic boys and fantastic players. I agree, but they also shouldn't be knocking each other out. Yeah, we can agree on that one, Grandpa. Yo, when I read this, I couldn't believe my eyes. I will eradicate all evils that harm this club, including this press and others as well. He said eradicate. Eradicate all evils. He's speaking like 1950s poetry, bro. I will eradicate all evils. Brody, get him a sword. Get him a sword, bro. This guy is going into war. I don't want to brag about my company, but we make billions in multiple continents. Real Madrid has had massive success, and under my presidency, this is the truth. He's speaking facts. He's only speaking facts. Once again, keep in mind my thoughts. I have already said my thoughts. He should have talked more about the football. He should have been more cautious about what he said to the journalists. Yes, but we gotta work with what he said and with what his aim was. And this is what his aim was. Give back to the journalists. Give back to the world. Shut everyone up. This is it. This is what you give to the journalists if you want to shut them up. Is it what we wanted as a fan base? For sure not. For sure not. We wanted something different from him. But this is what we got. So oh my goodness gracious. This one's too much. Let the girl speak. The rest of you are so ugly. And just before this, he dropped, some woman is speaking to me about football. Ha! What? What? He said, I don't even know if this woman knows anything about football. Yo! This guy he has to chill. Let the girl speak. The rest of you are so ugly. Nah, even as a Barca fan, this one's too funny. I'm not gonna lie, this is the best one. He lost it. He completely lost it at this one, bro. This is, I only won 7 La Ligas at Real Madrid. I should have won 14. They robbed me of the other 7 titles. I'm never gonna speak about robberies, anything like that. I only speak about it allegedly. It's all allegedly, and at the end of the day, until they are proven guilty, it's all, jokes. It's all jokes for us, and for them as well. They can think they did it, they can think they didn't do it, but it just doesn't matter. I'm not here to speak on the case. We are the best in the world. The journalists have no right to fire me. The only people who can fire me are the socios. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not saying anything that we are not the best club in the world. I'm not saying anything that you are not the best president in the world. But we are not the best footballing team in the world right now. PSG is better than us. Bayern is better than us. I think Barcelona run better than us. I think Arsenal would beat us. There's many teams that can give us a fight, especially in the Champions League, and that's your competition. So it's always a little bit of a truth and a little bit of cope with Florentino Perez. That's what you have to expect. Unfortunately, it's the truth. Now, this is the I'm not leaving meme. Come on, bro. I'm not fucking leaving. He ain't leaving, guys. I don't want anything from Real Madrid. I don't need the money, the fame, the publicity, the power, nothing. I only want to defend this club's interest. Honestly, he has the money, he has the fame, he has the publicity already, and he wants the power. Yeah, I agree with this one. He doesn't need it. He has it. He wants this one. You want this one so badly. Guys, he says he doesn't want the power. Yes, me and you, we all know he wants the power, guys. Florentino wants the power. Don't say that, bro. You want the power. The referees robbed us off. No, that's so embarrassing. This is one of the most embarrassing ones in this press conference. Never mentioned anything about La Liga robbing us, this and that. Smaller teams get robbed every single week in La Liga, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We lost the season. We robbed ourselves. We lost to we drew to LJ. We lost to Celta Vigo. We lost to Osasuna. Drew to fucking Girona. We were bad ourselves, Florentino. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The real socios do not want to boo the players. They want to support the team. Yeah, some of the socios are ass-licking dumbasses, broski. So it makes no sense to boo the players. No. It's like booing our children. That's for you. For us, we are booing people that are living our dream, playing for our dream club, our favorite club of in the world, watching them week in week out for our hard-earned money, yeah? And people are going to stadiums, traveling to Spain, so don't say it makes no sense. They deserve to get booed out of the stadium until the rest of the season. They should get booed, in fact, until we make proper signings and actually start to look like a proper team, until we start winning comfortably as well in every competition. It's not just La Liga. It's not just Copa del Rey. We need to win every single competition or be this close to winning everything. This is how bad Real Madrid has been performing. And their players as well, so they deserve the blame. As well as the manager and as well as you, Florentino Perez, because you are not, escaping the criticism just because you are cooking journalists. You still fucked up the signings, let's be honest. I always hear Florentino resign chants. I never cared. I do believe that. Why would he even care, bro? We need to skip. No. We want to skip right here. Good night, everyone. I hope I do not see you again anytime soon. And that was basically the end of the press conference, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but this is the last point I want to talk about. Why do they only talk about us? Why do they never talk about Atletico Madrid? Irrelevant. They are irrelevant, bro. For example, you know why? Do they want us to win 10-0 every game? We'll get it done. Don't worry. Okay. This is the final point. Was it the press conference that we wanted out of Florentino Perez? No. Did he Did he cope? Yes. Was he shameless? For sure. Did he not address the situation that we wanted to be addressed? Yes. He didn't. Unfortunately, yeah. That's just expected. I'm sorry, guys, if you expected him to come out. Oh yes, guys, we will get better. Oh yes, I'm sorry, guys, that we had fights. No. But did he cook the journalists and actually shut most these people up and get us fired up for next season? For me, this got me fired up. But only if they'll deliver. Because you know what are genuinely, you know what are promises? You know what are promises that are not fulfilled? Just empty words. So Florentino Perez, don't let this be a few words that are just empty and they will never be fulfilled. Because if next season goes the same as this season, I am never ever gonna be on your side in the future again. Your history is already solidified in this team. I will never disrespect that. But right now, you are the same as everybody in this club and you are underperforming. So this was your way to fire up the fans. This was your final get back for all the criticism this season. Because let's be honest, guys, it's always on the players and this and that. It's always on the president. They all deserve it, but he gave it back, He gave the stick back, and I respect it. But if you don't deliver, it will just be empty words that will never be fulfilled. And you did this absolutely for nothing. So make sure to deliver because you talked your shit. So come on, bro. Walk the walk, talk the talk. That's all you need to do, Florentino Perez. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I gave a little bit of my insight on this. And I love you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.